Congratulations on that. Congratulations on that crib as well, man. Congrats, man.
Yeah, big up.
Yeah, congrats. I seen the movement. I seen the YouTube collecting the keys. You're saying this year
we're going where the money resides.
Where the money resides.
Where we're going. Where the money resides.
I hear you. Hey, listen. No further ado. I'm gonna introduce the special guest for this evening. Been running after this man for quite a while, man. Like to have him here is actually a pleasure. You know, I think since 2016, I've been trying to get this guy.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
But yes,
where are you going?
But yes, we got the legend in the building. I swear down, this guy is a legend, deserves his accolades, man. So I want to say big shout out to the man himself, Eddie Kadi, aka
bro.
Mr. Congo Swag, man.
I appreciate
Welcome
you,
to BMG. I would shake your hand, but we're still
but
very much in a pandemic.
So we've got,
take that, bro.
Elbow, take the Bluetooth. Unique.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Welcome to BMG, man.
Thanks for having me, bro. I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
one,
no, seriously, thank you so much, man. It's been a journey, but we're good to have you here, man. What's been going on? I think, when's the last time I see you?
Bro, do you know what? I feel like it's the last time I saw most people, but like just before lockdown.
Bro, you was, don't say before lockdown.
I joke. Right, let me
you
tell
came
you
back into lockdown. You was laughing at us in. You were doing enjoyment in the year of return.
Yeah.
And some of us, bro, I swear that I was looking at this guy's stories. I'm thinking, nah, this guy's mocking it. Bro, you went Ghana, then you did.
I went Congo.
You went Congo, bro. You was in Congo for the longest, bro.
For a month.
And you had connection. This guy was doing Instagram live in Congo.
I remember
I had to
when you
message him.
His
I said, bro, who's your internet provider, bro?
I said the Lord Jesus Christ, bro.
His pocket's long, that's why. He don't have a pocket.
Amen.
I was in Congo. I spent $100 for like 2 gigs.
Bro, you got to be man. You got to be smart. You got to understand. Listen, it's just like anywhere. When you put yourself in that spirit of residency, when you're a resident,
Spirit of residency.
yes,
Spirit of residency.
you understand how everything works. Certain the packages, certain conversations. How, when the $20 leaves your hands, you know exactly what you're entitled to. People come when you got that tourist mode.
Spill it.
No, I'll tell you afterwards, innit? Because the people I'm going to talk about are not paying me enough to now promote their network
I swear
and their brand.
I need, when I go Congo next,
I told you, yeah,
bro. I remember switching on my internet. I went on Instagram. I liked 1-2 pictures. I think I posted one picture.
Right? 20 gigabytes, bro.
I went on Snap and then, bruv, less than 20-30 minutes, my internet was done.
All you had to do is open
bare minimum. The thing about when people travel as well, my experience going across the continent, like you got to be careful how you also use your internet. Yeah. Like you can't just keep your phone on like the apps here. On. All the apps that you don't use, just switch. That's why the option is there. Switch it all off.
That's long.
But it's not long because most of these apps you're not going to use. Yeah. You don't even use it in London, but it's still running in the background. So then when you check at the settings, I know I'm sounding a bit technical, but I've mastered this thing.
Mate, you are.
When you check the settings, it shows you how much like megabytes and that you're using for each one. And then when you've worked that out, bro, Instagram is your best friend.
My beloved African. Man,
come on, man. You got to be dedicated to do this thing, bro.
Just to use internet, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, seriously, I need that. When I got Congo, but how was it anyway?
It was amazing. Home is always great. I wish I could go there 10 times a year. Zone, I'll be honest with you.
Red zone right now.
But I'll be honest with you, bro. If you want to go there, you can go there. Red zone doesn't mean nothing. There's conditions. The thing is, when these announcements are made, everyone panics. That's what's been happening with lockdown from the beginning. Whenever there's an announcement, everyone goes, "Oh my God, our life's over." Yeah. But just check the conditions, bro, and it will say, "Do you know what? You can go, but if you come back, stay at another country for 10 days, and so plan it around that."
Wow.
You know what I mean, you don't have
Is that still? I swear down, someone tried to do that, but they still had to.
No.
They still had to self-isolate, no?
But listen, there's options. So they've got a few options. The first option is if you don't self-isolate at the hotel, regardless of where you're coming from, you have to self-isolate at home for like 10 days, I believe. You've got to do 2 tests, you pass that, and you can move around. That's the first option. But then you've got the option of actually, as long as you go to another country that's not on the actual list. Does that make sense? So 10 days prior, because they're going to ask you at Heathrow, where have you been in the past 10 days? And if you say like Ghana, you're cool.
Okay. Ghana's not red zone?
No, Ghana ain't got red zone.
No,
there's people in Ghana right now enjoying their lives, bro.
Oh, I thought it was.
Nah, Ghana's not in the red zone. There's a lot of countries.
Word.
Ask Boris. Ask your uncle Boris, because you lot seem to be calling him uncle. I'm like, bro, he's not my no-co. You understand?
No-co. That's uncle, by the way. Usually your mum's brother. Yeah, on the mum's side. No-co.
Yeah. So on the other side, where's the Papa Kulutu?
Papaleki and Papakulutu.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one on the dad's side.
You look confused and shocked, like you just learned
Nah,
something
do
new.
you know what? I had to think about that for a second. I was
She didn't know
like,
that.
She's gonna look. I was yesterday old when I learned.
no, I was
I didn't
literally
even know
like,
that. So
know
I
that?
didn't.
You
know
didn't know that?
No, I did.
I thought it was the
but I
same.
trying to figure
No,
out what
it's
you
the
said.
same.
You're thinking about Tatamwasi.
Tatamwasi. So it's the
No,
same if it's on
I
your-
don't even know.
If
I
it's
was
an
trying to figure
auntie on your like dad's side, they are actually technically your father. That's why you say tatamwasi.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
So
You're-
then
you're-
you are lost. Look
no,
at
I
you.
did- I
Lingala's
didn't know.
more
He's
He's
complicated
today
than you
years
think.
old, man.
I was
Yeah.
today years old when I found that.
Lessons.
out.
Yeah, man.
Lingala lesson
Damn.
101 by Mr. Congo Swag
It's
himself.
that kind of vibe.
I actually didn't know that.
Then you got Mama Leki.
Yeah, it's when
the
you
other
say
So that's
side.
the mom's side.
Yeah, that's Mum's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small things.
Oh, come on, guys.
That's lit. I didn't.
How
I didn't
Congolese
know
are
that.
you, man? You need to do that. No, for real. So, where's Ghana now?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, look, when you talk technically, they are doing everything that they need to do to keep their numbers down. Apparently, from what they're saying, right? So when you, for example, when I get to
This
Ghana,
guy were having full-blown
I'm just saying,
festivals
they're saying
in the
technically-
middle of a pandemic.
I'm pretty
But
sure
you
that's
know-
not what it meant to
I'm
be doing, bro.
but I'll be honest with you, they say when you get to Ghana, because if you leave London, you still have to do a test. When you get to Ghana,
Yeah.
you're doing a test at the airport.
Oh,
You're
is
not-
it? But
if you-
but do you know what? That's why Congo's probably in the red zone because
Look.
people they were saying that you have to do that at the airport, pay like $45 or $50.
Yeah, but they've
And
stopped.
people were saying they're not paying. because
I
they said they've already
landed.
done
I
one.
landed in. I'll tell you a story. Right
Yeah.
on our way,
mad.
on our way to Kin. So we stopped at where did we stop? I believe we went through Heathrow, then Ethiopia.
Yeah.
So from Ethiopia to Kinshasa,
Yeah.
on the plane you had a lot of the French guys.
Yeah.
You know the Congolese Parisians, bro.
Yeah.
They understand the game. They were literally like, listen,
We're not
when
playing.
we get there, we're not playing. They strategized. They spoke to the mamas. They spoke to the papas. They said, when we get there, everyone's gonna move in one direction.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
As soon as we landed, it was like a protest, bro.
Yeah.
It was a protest that the police were trying to stop them. People were getting into fights, but literally everyone went. I just followed the crowd, bro. Nobody paid. Of course, when things like that is happening, it's don't
So
feel they
no
don't
one
know.
paid the 40, what is it,
People did not
$45?
pay. They went straight through, bro, and they just showed because everyone's like, "Listen, I've already paid for my
that
test.
done?
Like, I didn't
Technically,
catch
it makes
COVID
sense.
in the
It
last
makes sense, though.
in the last 8 hours that I've just left France. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it is. But in Ghana, you're paying for the test before you leave this
else you're not
country.
coming in.
And before you even leave this country, you're paying for the test already.
Okay.
Then you land, you go through the test, and then you wait. Like it's a quick one, half an hour. If you don't pass, they send you to one small
The
room.
quarantine. Do you know
Yeah.
what? It's funny because as you mentioned the small room, when people said when we were saying quarantine, when the whole coronavirus business started,
Yeah.
that's the image that people had in mind.
Right,
You know
right.
when you're saying, oh, you got quarantined.
Yeah.
Congolese people anyway.
Yeah.
Because I remember when my dad passed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately due to COVID, the question people were quick to ask us is like, oh, so what are they going to quarantine you guys?
Oh,
so I'm
because-
thinking, what do you think?
yeah.
What the hell do you think quarantine is?
They
Therefore, they
had-
take you out your
Yeah,
house.
therefore
They
we was
had
gonna be
detention
taken out of the
centers.
house. Like in them places where
take you to a
you're in
Bordeaux
the
side,
lab
bro.
and you're in the white suit.
Listen.
That's all they kept asking. That's what they were worried about. They were like, oh, so
Listen.
he died of COVID. So
Being
are you gonna be
African
quarantined?
It's an adventure, bro.
It's crazy.
Being African is an adventure, bro. A little announcement, we panic.
Therefore, we was gonna have the man
mad.
in the house
Yeah.
disinfecting the house, like
You're all
spraying
gonna
it and
be,
everything.
you're all gonna be dressed like them
Crazy.
aliens in Man in
Crazy.
Black,
Take you to
bro.
some tent or something.
That's what they thought. They was I'm quarantined. Like I had an uncle that was meant to travel. He was like, nah, do you know what? I'm not gonna come because I hear that they're gonna put you in quarantine. I'm thinking, what do you think quarantine is? He was actually
Nah,
shocked.
you gotta understand
Like-
they're scarred from all them detention
Bruh,
centers. That's
listen,
literally
quarantine.
what they had.
I'm
in
not
mind.
gonna lie to you,
They're
bro.
scarred.
Them detention centers, when you think
They're
about it, it's like,
scarred.
I'm not going back to Dover.
No way.
Not this again.
I'm not going to Zaventem. Bro, if you know about
I
Zaventem,
was
bro.
just dying. It's mad because
Yeah.
the journey, it's just like COVID, bro. It's just messed up the whole thing. But you lot in Ghana, you lot have the guts to be having all these conditions when in the middle of December, you lot didn't mind. You were there like sardines. You lot making us
the events,
like you were just there.
the events that were happening, we had a COVID shower. You walk through the shower, poof, they disinfect
No
you.
way.
Yeah,
What, at the airport?
No, at the airport that's standard. But when at the actual event, like you go through the shower, you know that.
What?
Yeah.
Are
they've
you
got
serious?
What, at the festivals?
Yeah, at the festival. Like you go through I remember one guy walked
Oh,
through.
shit, that's
he
sick.
thought they
I
were
can't lie.
actually wetting him up. He's like, bro, calm down. It's not a proper shout. You actually.
Oh, it's like a spray.
Yeah,
like
it's a little spray. Yeah, but these are things they put in place before. So, but at the
fair
same
enough.
time,
Okay.
yeah, there were things they put in
Fair
place.
All right, then.
But the thing is, but this is what happens, innit? When haters are watching from the other side, they just wish death upon you, bro.
Bruh,
You
fair enough,
like, waiting,
We was thinking,
waiting
bruh,
for a man to collapse.
These
And
men,
then
are just these men are just gonna come here and infect the
no.
place.
But you know
Fair
what?
enough. Shout
I
out
think also there's a lot of politics that's involved when it comes to certain decision making. Do you know what I mean? That's my personal opinion when it comes to who's on a red zone, green zone. Also, I'll be honest, I'm still not sure about COVID. I don't know all the information in terms of the information, right? So we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We
Like,
don't know. Yeah.
like what
ins and
how-
outs.
the ins and outs, how you're gonna actually catch it, how you avoid it. Then we've got strands. You know, they're talking about strands, like, well, whatever they call it, strains or strands, variants.
Hey, I
I
tell you
did
lot
not
a
know
joke
that word
about-
until
yeah, about how you're not gonna catch it. So I know someone that took the vaccine, right?
Right.
So someone that took the vaccine. So they were talking to us, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, I took the vaccine, so I'm not gonna get it." So everyone looked at him like, "Bro, that means you still can get it, but it just means that the chances of you passing it on." He was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna get it
Because
But
you
we
don't
had
wanna
show-
read English.
You should have seen his face, bro.
But
His face was actually like, because he was walking around thinking he's covered in the blood. He was like,
covered in
"There's
the blood."
nothing that's gonna." He was like, "I'm not gonna
blood
get
of
it."
the lamb,
He
bruv.
was like, "I took the vaccine."
blood of the lamb.
We was like, "Brother, you can still get
Bro,
the damn thing. You're
even-
just not gonna pass it on like that."
Even the lamb who has
He
the
was-
blood is watching saying, you better check Google, bro.
Listen,
I will help
he
you
was-
after
he
you
was
check
hurt.
Google.
He was hurt. Like that day, we messed up his day. Like,
Research.
he was actually hurt because he was like, he actually
He
thought
was literally
part of him
like, how can
taking
this
that.
be?
He thought by me taking this, I am
Invincible.
I'm invincible.
They're walking around like,
he
yeah,
was
man's out here.
he was all
Southern
volunteering.
six-pack.
He was like, I've been volunteering as test centers, like, you know, because I just thought like, yeah, whatever, someone can come. I looked at him like,
It's the good Samaritan.
I looked at him like,
let me tell you something. Research, man. I'm not
Bro.
gonna, listen, I'm not like the best researcher out there, but one thing, when I'm concerned, I started reading up on things, bro. That's why I knew, okay, if I go to Congo during November, this is what's gonna happen. And there might be a possibility that they're gonna add the rules, but they didn't.
rules, yeah.
But when I found out that there was a conversation happening about the red zone,
yeah,
I
you
left
did.
out.
How long was you there for?
A month.
yeah?
Literally a month. I think a month for like 5 days.
So you was there like on a personal project. Which,
Yeah, so it's a project that I'm working on. I don't really want to say too much about it just because
makes sense.
it's still taking shape.
still taking
but
shape.
one thing that's for sure is I just think it's time that we start telling our own stories
Okay.
about back home. I'm a big believer in stop complaining about the media. Stop complaining about what social media says about your country. Stop complaining. Whenever you complain, ask yourself what you're doing about it. And I've been that person. I've been guilty of that over the years. I just like we've experienced and just becoming a bit more wise in it, talking to people and realizing, do you know what?
Yeah.
My experience of Congo is different to what I see on CNN, BBC. And I'm not saying that they are wrong. There's aspects of that. But it's the same thing as someone's experience of Stonebridge might be different to someone's experience of, like a tourist that comes into the UK. So I'm now in a position where I'm thinking, do you know what, Like, let me just tell my version.
Yeah.
And it's important to do that because our children are growing up. I've got a child, so I get to say, you're also a father, right?
You got a child.
I've got a
Wait,
child.
what's it? Wait, hold on. Let me say something. Jay, right, just get me. What is it with everyone coming on here, bruv? Bruv, everyone knows I've got... Man, bruv, Joel was here yesterday, was like, your father, right?
Yeah.
And there was a pause, as in I said yes. And he was like, oh, I thought you was trying to... No. I say it again. I've got a son, I've got a daughter, and I've got... Bro, like everyone...
Wait. What's happening?
He's like, yo,
No, wait.
Why
are you triggered? Do you know, guys, do you know what I've just done? I've literally announced myself
I'm triggered,
to your...
bruv.
No,
I'm triggered.
Wait. Yeah, you're definitely triggered. I don't know what's going on. Do you want your kids? Do you want your kids? Randy, do you want your kids?
Wait.
Because right now,
Man, I've been going on
social
like
services are watching.
my kid, bruv. Like, what? They're licking their lips, boy. Hey, when I drink it, you remember? Man, that's how it was like,
But bro-
your father, right?
Yeah.
And then he paused. Like,
But
you even carried on. He paused. He went, your father, right?
Oh, like you thought it was putting you on the spot, like you
and I
might
was
lie.
like, and I know, I said, yeah. And he was like, and I was like, bro,
Bro, maybe it was a rumor and you haven't admitted it.
Listen, I put you
My
dad,
vibe,
man. Yeah.
that was
I am
you
a
know what it
father.
was, yeah? For
I'm a
me,
father.
that was a moment of pride announcing myself to your special club.
congratulations, man.
Yeah, so I was
Welcome
announcing
to the
myself
club.
to your
Big up,
special
big
club. So
up.
I was like, yeah. So now I can say our children because I couldn't say that.
Oh, you good,
I
yeah.
said our younger siblings.
Yeah,
That's you, man.
Yeah, your time.
The feeling's nice,
I
right?
can see your eyes. Your time is coming.
Hey,
So here's the thing, right?
It's like me, I can say
our
the same
youngest.
about.
Thank you. Our youngest, yeah, and like our children are growing up. We need to actually paint a different story. If we leave it to social media, to the media in general to tell our stories, then we've only got ourselves to blame. So I'm working with some amazing guys, man. Shout out to the MCM boys.
Shout out to MCM boys.
You know, they're so
doing a good
talented,
job.
man. So just to be able to go home with my brothers, people, you know, who are also Congolese, who understand what we go through as a people, and to work on some things to try and better the experience and tell our stories is a beautiful thing. So hopefully there'll be more conversation on that.
What did you discover with that thing? So what is like certain things? Because, you know, seeing snippets of it, like there was, you know, some stuff that I didn't even know that was there. Because when you got Congo, it's just, even for me, last time I went, I was like, the next time I go, I need to see more.
Be more flexible.
All I was doing, like, it's just, you know, I was like, is there any other motive than shisha, bro?
Oh,
like,
bro.
I was seriously, I was like, is there any other motive than shisha?
And here's
like,
the problem.
I was like, what's going on?
The problem is,
like,
if you go, you got to be independent, bro. You got to be independent of the family schedule. A lot of people go back with family, and a lot of people also go back uninformed. It happens in Ghana, you know. I know. I've been going to Ghana for 10 years now. When I used to go there, sometimes, like, of course, you're going with your friends as well, but you're still within their plans. So it's like, where they go, you go. Then you kind of start meeting other people. There's people that you know that are like, come to this. Then you find yourself going outside of Accra. It's the same as Kinshasa.
I think you're right. Yeah.
The first time I went back to Kin was 2010. That was 18 years after I'd left.
Okay.
So I hadn't been, that was like the first time back, right? So now I'm an adult, and it's like, I've gone back with mum and dad. So it's like, I'm kind of hanging around with my parents, but my only saving grace was I went there also working with a charity called War Child.
Okay.
Right? So they took me to the places that they work, right? So then I met a rapper, a Congolese rapper back then, name is D-Jack. So like, he's in America now, but he showed me around enough. And I mean, I went in his car, he showed me around, that was 2010. Then when the next time I went again was like 2012. You know what I mean? Like by 2012, I kind of know one or two people, some Congolese footballers. So now I'm with the footballers, and they are now showing me what's going on in the clubs. Then I started going, not waiting for my parents now.
Clubs as in?
As in clubs, as in nightclubs.
As in douche.
Yeah, as in... Mama thing, mama. Yeah, but then what comes with the clubs then comes with like lounges. And then it comes with little road trips as well. You know what I mean? Then they take you to certain places, and then you get to see just outside of Kinshasa. You know what I mean? Then the next time I went was Lubumbashi.
Oh, wow.
So when I went to Lubumbashi, it was... You haven't been there?
Yeah, I need to go.
Apparently it's nice.
It is beautiful. Lubumbashi is cleaner than Kin.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I think anywhere outside Kin is
to be fair, it depends where you're going. Once again, Kin is massive. Kin's got 15 million people.
That's crazy.
So understand the size of Kinshasa.
Yeah.
So then when I went to Lubumbashi, I realized, all right, this is also my country, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh my God, look at Kin, but then see Lubumbashi. I'm like, it's like Londoners go to Manchester. They're like, oh, Manchester, we're still in the UK. That was the experience, and I thought, you know what? I need to see more of Congo. But then I need to explore Kinshasa. So over the years, like going back to your initial question, did I discover anything new? I went, this time round, I went there to see more of the things that I'd seen snippets of the last time. Because now I know that, and this is the longest I've been in Kin. Kin has been 2 weeks for me, sometimes like 10 days. I've never done a month.
I was like, when's this guy coming back, bro? Like,
yeah,
seriously.
bro.
Nah, you make. I'm looking forward to it because I've seen some of the stuff, and then I'm just like, it's gonna be some dope, informative.
I discovered one thing I did discover was that we have a golf club, a massive golf club in the middle of Kinshasa, 18 hole. So it's not like one of those small ones, because you know. So one thing I found out was, you know, when you get them massive golf club, they're proper big ones, they're usually outside, bro.
18 hole,
Bro, I learned.
18 hole,
big man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't Tiger Woods that taught me. It was this guy in Congo, bro. My guy in Congo that taught me. You know, but it was like, usually these big like golf parks, let's call it, right? Are usually in suburban areas, in the countryside.
In the countryside,
so in Congo, we got one of the only few ones. The only few ones that you get in the middle of the city.
Okay.
Like literally around the world, you don't really get it. As in, you can see the Principality Boulevard is right there. You see cars whizzing past the motorway, and it's right in the middle. But that was built in. It was bro.
I'm just asking.
When was the last time? When's the last time you really went? You know what's it? Wait. So I swear
I'm just asking.
The last time you
bro.
went. The last
I
time
would
you
like
went
some
was
more
when?
information. I went to Congo in 2017.
17.
So that's like a couple of weeks. Did you not just go through the back routes?
Bro, I'm just asking. You said
Didn't
motorway.
go anywhere.
Bro,
I refuse to speak.
I refuse to
speak. Yeah.
But you said motorway, so I just asked motorway.
Yeah. Motorway. You know,
Where? Where's the motorway taking you?
Bro, you know, all the way to you can connect all the way towards Matadi. We're even building even more now. See you guys
On the
this-
motorway.
No, listen. See
No,
you
I'm
guys.
This
got
is
M-way.
good.
We
This
got-
is
we got
good.
M-way.
Because I don't know.
We got
Actually, I
M-way.
know.
Listen. So have you heard about the boulevard? You know about
Yeah, we
boulevard.
got
That,
the
so
boulevard.
when you come from the airport,
Yeah.
But you know now, like things are expanding.
Expands, yeah.
Yeah, it
So-
expands. So you know we've even got flyovers now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know
Do
we
you know
got
that, right?
flyovers.
Oh,
So
I knew about what.
I knew-
But there's more than
No,
one.
no,
Yeah,
no,
there's
no,
more
yeah,
than
now they're
one.
crossing.
Okay.
Yeah, now they're
Flyovers.
crossing over.
They're flyovers.
They're over.
I thought
I
they
like the way you
flyover.
look.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. So
They're
my thing now is now those routes are now expanding towards like, Matadi.
A word.
Yeah. They're expanding towards Matadi. So obviously you haven't been to Matadi. I can tell from the way you're looking at man.
I was in my Taddy the other day.
Yeah. But so my thing is,
No, yeah, I want to go. That's when I go next. Yeah, go on.
yeah, bro. So we have to. The thing about it is you have to be free in it. A lot of people even talk about the East. We can get into that, but they talk about the East and they're like, oh, there's just this image. If as soon as I get to the East, I'm gonna get bombed. I'm gonna get kidnapped. Bro, I had friends whilst I was in Kinshasa that were in East having a
good time.
great time.
I've heard that.
on
I've heard
listen,
that.
5-star hotel
Yeah.
by the river,
Goma, right?
beautiful. Yeah, in Goma, Kivu as well, literally, right. And then when I came back here, my friend was out there. I mean, and we recently saw the image of Inos B, doing the madness that he was doing.
That's
on
his
the
ends, though. He's from
exactly,
there.
but what? It's your ends too.
He's back home.
Now, what do you think he's got a bulletproof
No,
vest? that-
I'm just saying he's
they,
familiar.
They only
He's
give it to the people
he's
from
familiar
Goma.
with the area. It's like me going back to Croydon. You know what I mean? I'm at home. Like I mean,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll go Croydon. I feel comfortable, and I'm not from Croydon. But because I'm adventurous, I'm curious.
No. I would like to go. I've got in my list. I want to go to because there's a guy that vlogs here. I think his dad was like a governor.
Is he a
in Goma.
photographer?
He's not a photographer. He lives in Canada, but
Okay.
he goes back and forth. And his dad was like the governor in Goma or something
Yeah.
like that. So he vlogs a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, it just looks beautiful.
Beautiful.
Is that the guy that owns the farm or something?
Yeah,
Is
they
that-
own a
yeah.
massive
Right,
farm.
right.
Obviously, it just looks
Crazy,
nice,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
the scenery out there just looks like, and then he makes it look fun. Like they in Goma, they've got a nice house.
Yeah.
They've got, you see it, you're like, wow, this is Goma. There's, it just looks good.
So
So I would like to visit.
It's like what you see is what you get with that. They're not trying to, grade it like it's a movie. They literally film what they're seeing.
Yeah,
but it's like there's corners, of course, like anywhere
Yeah, you can't
that
enter,
you shouldn't go. You should be advised not to go. Where are you going, big man?
Do they tell you that?
You understand? Yeah, don't go there. But the thing, I've not been to Goma, I've not been to Kivu.
Yeah.
When I was in Lubumbashi, they said to me,
Don't go there.
Don't. Do you know what I mean? But we were also being looked after by people that were like, we're going to go here, go there. And I saw some amazing places. In Kin, I started seeing, like the last trip I went to, of course, we've got Kingakati, which they say is the former president's private residency and a private safari, but it's actually open to the public.
Yeah.
Anyone can go there, pay your ticket, and you get to see some lions and giraffes and, you know what I mean? And, and okapis, you know about the okapi? You know what I mean?
I heard they never used to leave Congo, but they leave now, isn't it? There's
What's
some
that?
here.
Okapi, yeah, because that was literally unique to Congo.
But they leave now. They found a way to
They
get
can't.
them.
They didn't.
Because I hear that they
they got their passport, bro.
No, I hear that they
They
couldn't
got the
leave.
scholarship.
They couldn't leave. Every time they took them out,
They wouldn't survive. So they figured out a
outside,
way.
Yeah, they figured out a way. I
Okay.
think they've got one here in the
I think they've got like.
a couple here.
Is that the same? Is that the same way they figured out how to get our people
Well,
from Congo and put them in the zoo?
figure out a lot of stuff.
I mean,
They figure out-
it doesn't mean Okapi wants to be there.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
I'm sure Bodrik in 1930 something didn't want to come
Bro,
to
that's
Belgium
the
and be
thing.
put in
No,
a zoo.
They figured
That's what
out
I'm saying.
a way.
So,
but you know what? It's like now, yeah. I was going to ask you, like, because you lean more towards the activists. I don't know if I can.
Do you
call
think-
you
do you think-
I don't know. You a lot of the time you it's as if. Have you left comedy completely? Like you like stand up? Or is that a thing of the past now?
no, stand up is still a love, man. It's a part of me. But I think you got to use your voice, your platform, your vehicle, because stand up has its moments. A lot of people don't realize with crafts like stand up, it comes with a lot of emotional attachments to it. You got to be in a certain state to be able to do. That's why you'll see stand-up. Some people are just like, they'll do that for 10 years non-stop, right? That's their thing. But then you get other people that, I'm doing a movie for this season, I'm just doing movies. And I've written, during that time I'm writing. When I'm ready to get back into it, then some people take years off because it's taking its toll on them. Like for me, I have moments for stand-up where I'm in like, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, I'm ready to do this. But then I have moments where I'm like, you know what, actually, this is what I want to talk about. But one thing that's consistent is that talking about my country is one thing I realized very early on, that I have the platform to be able to. And I'm not Congo is bleeding. And I think we should applaud people that promote Congo and the atrocities in our country in that way. But we also have to, everyone has to kind of play their role. And I think as much as we're saying to people, listen, you need to help Congo, we should also say to people, actually, guys, in order for Congo to be helped, you guys need to actually come to the country and see for yourself, then you have a better way to talk about it. So my point is that because stand-up has provided me with that platform, it's always going to be a part of that. My priority is to talk about Africa and talk about Congo.
Yeah, for real. Would you not like afraid that, you know, that might sometimes come in between what you was trying to achieve as a stand-up comedian? Like, you know, because sometimes, you know, when you leave your craft and you're trying to get yourself involved in like all this politics and stuff like that, you know, sometimes people then kind of remove themselves from the situation and, you know, they want you to, you know, not speak on certain things, you know, because was you not afraid that at one point that will come between you and your what you was trying to do? I
think I can tell you this, Randy, there's a big issue with human beings, bruv. My point of view is we really think we are like the ones in it. We really think this world started with us. Every time someone's born, like 1990, 10 years later or 20 years later, like I started the world, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? But here's the thing. Someone was there before you. And that person might have passed away at the age of 10. Another person might have passed away at the age of 30 or 40, bro. We do not know. But one thing we do know is you're supposed to be here to discover your purpose. That's for sure. No, it's not come up.
Get this man a drink.
Eddie. Get this man a drink. Please put the offering details on the... Put the offering details there. Bro. You can send your offerings
all
online.
Tithes and offerings.
Bro, all tithes and offerings, please.
I'm taking that too.
Bless my man
Eddie in
I'm
the
taking
building.
that too. But bro, so my point is, bro, it is not that deep. I didn't even know what I wanted to do with stand-up. Understand this?
Even like when you're highlighting the O2 and all of that.
Listen to me. If people understand the story of how I got to the O2, then you'll understand that, you know what, if there's a purpose in your life, like God's going to give you certain handouts to say, you know what, these are the tools you need to get to where you need to get to. If you don't recognize them, that's your issue. If you recognize them, you go to the next level. That's my theory.
So say that again. Say that again.
Damn.
Sorry, can you
Somebody
just
get
say
this
that
man
again?
a drink.
Please say that again. Sorry, let me say, J Mike, can you just make sure the camera's on this man? Bro, just make sure the camera's on. Run that again. I like that. I like that a lot.
Right,
I like that.
Bless this man.
Andy, you're serious.
I like that.
No, listen. What I'm saying to you is, we all have a purpose. We all have a purpose in life. But you have to be able to recognize the tools that God's given you to actually fulfill that purpose.
Reach.
Right? So there's a moment where, for example, for me, like there was a moment where I know God already knew before me where I'm supposed to be. He knew that, you know what, I'm supposed to get to a certain stage. Okay, so he's giving me certain tools. It is up to me to recognize those tools for what they are. If you don't recognize them, that's your issue, bro. Not your mom's, not your dad's, all these excuses, but it's your issue, right? And the second reason why you won't recognize it, because you're trying to recognize other people's tools, bro.
Oh
my God.
Mind your own business, bro.
Oh my God.
No, but real
should we
talk.
just let this man speak?
Mind your
God.
I would have got upset, fam.
I'm actually here
Oh my
for that.
God.
Listen,
Oh
but
my
bro,
God.
I'm not here to do Mr. I'm just giving you.
But you preaching though, right?
I'm just giving you how I
need
try
that.
to move
I
in
need
life,
that.
bro. So I'm giving you that. bro.
Talking.
I'm giving you that. Also, zwango.
Yeah.
You're getting
talking,
it.
man.
So
Like
my thing
Yambi
is, so my thing is, where we got Lingala is a beautiful language, by the way. Like, especially the way you twist it.
It's good.
But so like where I'm at is when I got to the O2 Arena, it was me recognizing the people that were around me who were like, Ed, you need to do this. I didn't wake up and said, I'm going to do the O2 Arena. People around me, just like when I was at university and I had great mindsets, people who were very audacious in their moves, they were like, bro, you're funny. You need to go into stand-up eventually. Nah, I don't want to do that. Like, bro, like you're a funny host. Do stand-up. And then the stand-up thing happened. And I love the reaction. I love the fact that I can have people's attention and I can tell my stories, bro. Then it was like, oh, do you know what? You can sell out a show. Let's do this small venue. No, come on, man. But I'm like, do you know what? This is happening. The people around me are so great and they're so pushy. I've kind of lent myself to their belief, right? So you're selling out shows. And then you've gone from 600 capacity to 1,000 to 2,500. Then you've got these people now around you going, people love you. They're around you, and you're telling your story in a different way. You've come with a whole new way of how you do stand up. Your own vibe. You know what I mean? So it's like,
energy's contagious.
why don't we go bigger? At that moment in time, I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time that conversation came, I was like, everyone needs to calm down.
Relax.
O2. That's
Because
no
I've,
small thing.
because I've got people in my
When
ears.
we first heard it, we thought we didn't think arena. We
100
thought,
yeah.
No, which one's the big
Indigo.
one?
Indigo. Yeah.
We thought arena. We thought, all right,
Indigo.
Indigo. Everyone was like, ah.
Yeah,
Like,
Indigo.
I was there though.
But listen, Indigo, I had done a couple of times. Indigo had done a couple of times. But two people, yeah?
It wasn't 25. Per
Oh, so
ticket.
you had a good seat.
Bro, I had a good seat.
Yeah.
I was right. I
appreciate
had a
my
good seat. I was right there.
I appreciate it, my brother. So
right,
literally, it was like, for me, when that conversation started, because already people were already saying to me, my one-man shows that I was doing, I was moving too fast because the rules of comedy is, you work the scene, then work your one-man show, leave it maybe 2 years, then go. I was like, I don't know I didn't read the rules of comedy. Like, I do not know this. I just have a story to tell. I like the reaction I get. I like that feeling. It's very therapeutic, so let's go, right? So once we got to the O2 conversation, once again, people around me, bro, man, are you sure about this? But then I've got my team saying, we're going to do this because these are the steps we're taking. And this is when I've realized, when people give you advice, man, when you're getting advice from people, it's based on their limitations.
Yes.
It's never based on your own.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? When someone's advising is good, but as they're talking, just look into the eyes, they're talking to themselves, bro.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't do that,
Yes.
bro.
That basically means I can't do it.
You see, a great example is me and you talking about King. Just now. You know what I mean? You're looking at me, I can see your eye, you're like, I'm like, I get
But one thing you said about Kin, just quickly, is that what you said was key. When twice I've been in Congo since I've left, since I became a British citizen, the twice I've been back, all right.
Congratulations.
The first time, so we got a fist bump. It's COVID-19.
Yeah. I was so excited. I was risking COVID.
I'm just making sure that
no, bro, the British, when you get the
yeah.
British, bro, the excitement, that day came back in it. I forgot.
do you know what?
And then it risked COVID.
No, just to touch. It's just quickly.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna let you go back because
go.
you're preaching right now. It's just I've been back twice. The first time I went back, I went with my pops. It was my granddad's funeral. So then again, I was shadowing my pops everywhere. Bro, I was going for family meetings that were starting bruv, my pops had me, and they were speaking a language that I didn't even understand.
You was eating cola nuts,
he just wanted me there as a firstborn so I can understand. Because obviously my granddad just died.
Yeah.
So he just wanted me to understand the family dynamic. So I'm with my pops.
Very key.
I'm with my pops in these meetings. They're speaking Chiluba, the president's language right now, because, the best tribe in Congo. So they're speaking this language called Chiluba, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just there. Bro, the meeting started at freaking 1 o'clock. 10 p.m. we're still there, bruv. They're sorting out their beef. They're talking about, I remember in 1989 you did so. So they're thinking, obviously, the chief of the family just died, so we need to stay together. But before we do that, we need to all lay it out.
So you're in all that?
Bro, I got a translator. I'm going, so they're like, il a dit que les papas ont été. I was thinking, bruv, like, I'm trying to cut, but I'm with my dad, innit? So I can't really do anything. Do you know what I mean? And it's the first time that we've gone back. He's mad protective. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
The second time we go back, we go for a wedding. Do you know what I mean? But this is at the time where the ex-president Kabila, he's I think he was meant to go, but at the time elections weren't organized yet. Bro, I remember the 31st of December or something. They were predicting that. So what he done was, bro, there was army everywhere.
Ready for tear gas.
Ready, bro.
They never shoot you. They just release tear gas.
No, these ones
because they know our people just big man.
These ones are the
our people just need tear gas. Nakufangai. What happened to our plan?
These ones are the presidential one. They were ready.
Do you know what?
The one with the red,
bro, do you know what our people say when they see the tear gas, bro? Makwaisi mapata. You know what that is in English, bro?
We're not
they released the clouds.
Back to the advice thing.
Yeah,
it's just only because every time the twice I've been. Yeah. It's been family related.
I get you.
So
I'm with you.
I think everyone, all the man them have decided the next time we go, everyone's doing not everyone's doing their own thing, but we'll go check grandma, we'll go check auntie.
Everyone's doing their own thing, bro.
No, I think everyone's doing their own thing, but we go check auntie, we go check grandma,
and then.
But after that, peace out. Oh yeah, bro.
Look for a cousin. Look
can
for
you
one of your
imagine?
cool
I had
uncles.
curfew,
You know.
bruv.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
going out. They gave me a curfew. They said, come back at mid. I said, they asked me, what time you coming
pain.
back? I said, I'm not coming back. I'm going out.
I'll be honest
They-
with you.
They said midnight. I was like,
Bro,
no.
there's a couple of things. I'm gonna give you some
You're
pointers.
mad.
I'm gonna give you some pointers.
You
Don't
are
stay.
mad.
You don't need to stay with family.
I was thinking, you
Yeah,
are crazy.
Like,
Huh?
look at yourself as a tourist.
Crazy.
Look at yourself as a tourist going home. Give yourself that
Need
treat
that,
for
need
once.
that, yeah.
Because look, the first time, second time, third time I went home, family.
Yeah.
I was seeing family. I'm going
next
to check
time
my
I-
grandma, seeing
yeah.
everybody, right? Cool. And I'll still check them.
Yeah.
I'll still check, but our family's happy. That's home, so you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
check
yeah.
everybody. So you got to put yourself first. So it's like in your mind, you go as a tourist. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to book this hotel or apartment. I'm going to hire a car. I'm going to have a driver.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then maybe one of my cool cousins
Yeah.
or uncle who lives in Bandal or lives in...
One of our
come
cool
through.
cousins.
Oh, you got no
He's in the
cool-
army. He's in the army now.
Oh, you guys have got that as well. Yeah,
He's waiting for him.
He's ready to kill.
He's
He's
got other plans.
yeah, we've got a couple of them. We've got a couple, but there's always one that's remaining.
ready to lay it off, bro.
Nah,
but
anyway,
do you understand?
yeah,
So
yeah.
my point is, when you go there, then have that happen. You know, make it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
No,
back
that was just to say when they're giving
I
when
feel
you're
you.
giving advice, they look talking about themselves. That's what you're saying.
100%.
That was
I feel
deep.
you.
That was deep.
So my thing is, going back to the original, I was like worried that I won't reach where I was supposed to reach. So my thing is, I always recognize my blessings and I enjoyed it. Sometimes if you think too deep, like I went to university, I thought I was going to work in production behind the scenes, bro. That was the plan. But one day I stepped on stage at uni and the rest is history. But that's your calling. Do you know what I mean? That's your purpose. And some things, when they come naturally without you trying too hard, you got to ask yourself the questions, why? Do you know what I mean? That's like Ronaldo, Messi, why?
Yeah.
You understand? But the mum and dad probably saw them move the ball and said, you?
Yeah, that's it.
So my thing was, though, it got to a stage where I was enjoying it. So I was never worried about, I didn't have these comedy achievements, these comedy goals. What I started to realize when I was doing stand-up and comedy was it allowed me to see Africa more. Before
Yeah,
I
because
even
you came in straight. You was like one of the first.
Yeah.
That came in on this like African, started
vibe,
doing this African
100%.
accent
Yeah,
thing.
that was my
You
approach.
was one of the first. I can't lie.
That was my
Yeah.
approach. I felt that because from uni, because when I went to uni, you just met people from different countries. I hadn't really seen that in college, and everyone was so expressive. My Nigerian, Ugandan friends, my Ghanaian friends, like
you
all
always
them guys.
proudly Congolese?
100%.
Amongst those?
Never Jamaican.
Bro,
Never
I didn't know.
Jamaican.
Never been
That's
Jamaican?
it's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult because
You've
I
never
was
been
just really
Jamaican?
into it. I was really into it. Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
you're a good man.
No,
You're-
but to be honest with you,
I've
that-
been Haitian.
Are you serious?
Yeah, mate,
That
I've been
narrative,
everything.
I
I've
think-
been.
I think
Asian?
that's a bit mad.
Haitian.
Haitian.
Oh.
As in Haiti.
You Asian.
When I heard Asian. You're like, where was that during that time, bro? Was that
We paved the way for you lot to proudly say you're Congolese.
Nah, I've always been
Nah,
Congolese.
nah, I've always been
Don't
Congolese.
try it.
This is what I was gonna say,
Don't
right?
do it.
No
I
one
think
wanted to be
This
Congolese.
is what,
No,
bro. I think that narrative has been played out a little bit. Like I don't really know. I remember people talking about being French. I do remember that for some people. I'm French. I'm Belgian. I just didn't see anything. I was Zairian, then I was Congolese. I was literally Zaire. I didn't understand, and I felt special to say Zaire. I just didn't understand what the issue was. But then that's just me, right?
No, you was Congolese after, but I think the introductory.
When I first landed in the
No,
UK.
I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
In school, you was Congolese after, but like the first instance, like where you from? Yeah, man's French, innit?
No, I was always.
Yeah,
Where about in
bro.
France? And you
Then
never
you
been
finish,
France in
then
your
you
whole
finish,
life,
innit?
bro.
Mujimai.
You've never been France. and that's
I'm
where
from-
I was always getting caught.
Where in France are
So
you
I
from?
switched it up because I realized there was too many French people, and they started asking me where in France was you from. So I was like, it's easy to get caught when you're saying you're from France.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
switched it up. I'm from Belgium. So no one's been in Belgium like that.
Molenbeek.
They're like, oh, where in Belgium? I'm like, Brussels. But then I'll switch it up and be like, I didn't really grow up there like that. My parents and that.
That's
like,
the
they-
one.
You
Then
see,
they came here.
killing
Like, you know what I'm
yourself.
saying? And
Bro.
then I was Congolese. And then when the Nigerians and that, when Afro beats came out and everyone was proudly African,
Yeah.
we all scattered, didn't it?
Yeah.
Then I
It
was
was-
like, I was Congolese, but I used to get oh, you're Congolese, but you look Ghanaian. No, I don't. That's when I had the hair, right?
I
No,
get that
I
a
feel
lot.
you. I feel you.
I had the high top.
Man
button,
said,
man.
man said,
That's a long time.
France,
that's a
Where
long
in France
time
you from? Bougie, my.
Bro, I used to say
I'm
Paris,
from-
Paris 18th. And then
I'm
you
from
meet someone that's from
Matadi.
there, start asking you bare references, and you're thinking, I ain't been there in a while, but yeah, like, and you don't even speak French no more. You start speaking English just to just shut it down. It's mad, bro.
Bro, the thing is,
Yeah.
this once again, I think for me personally, maybe I was being prepared for something, bro, because it was just in me.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
from
yeah,
when
that's
I was
sick.
at school. When I was at school, it was like normal. When I got to college, I was from Congo. Do you know what I mean? And then by the time I was in uni, I remember being part of the ACS. Right, so I was a spokesperson for the ACS. So the first showcase that we put together, myself, my best friend Henry, who's Congolese, like he's mixed race Congolese, but born and raised in Kinshasa, right? And then my other boy Romeo is a Nigerian. We literally performed a whole generique at university.
Yeah, I did that.
But this is my point, and this is we're talking about 2001.
Wow.
So exactly, remember
You man were uni at 2001.
What was I doing?
just because you look older than me, bro. I'll give you the secret.
So what? You man graduated 2004 and that?
Yeah. You are Gen Z, bro. I'm Gen A.
Oi, that is mad when you think about it, bro.
Of course, bro. Those days, so that's what I'm saying. During those days, there were people that were like, West Africans were talking about being Jamaican. That was going on. Nigerians were some Nigerians were dropping.
Then.
Of course, people were dropping it, but so I didn't see that. So that I guess that helped me. By the time it was like,
Wow.
the thing this guy does, I really wish they put the camera on you during that time, bro. I don't care what anyone says. That would have been special, bro. But anyway, I respect you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so during that time, for me, it was just natural. We started doing those performances at uni, but then the African community was pretty big at university. So it was just like, I started learning about other cultures, like even more so. So then it became more about, do you know what? I'm just a special one out of a massive special bunch. But being Congolese, I was so unique because there weren't a lot of us, especially at my union, there weren't a lot of us, right? So it was like, I felt really special because I had something to offer that, the average Joe at uni didn't. So it was that. That was the energy I carried with my performances as a talent show host, then eventually becoming a stand-up, really talking about being Congolese, talking about fufu, you know what I mean? Talking about going back home, what it's like being in a Congolese home. But then I started to generalize because I realized we have a lot of experiences. Like as Africans, we have shared experiences. So I kind of broadened it a little bit. So it was just me being myself over the years and not thinking, where is my career going? How is this? And that's even till now, as things go along, I learned that, okay, the reason why I'm able to talk about Congo and Africa is because I gave myself that platform because of the way I approached my stand-up. Do you know what I mean? And it's just my pride and passion. But they do say your gift
will make way for you.
Your gift will put you in front of kings and queens.
Or make way for you. That also.
I've
Yeah,
always
it'll also
wanted to
make
ask
way
though,
for you,
yeah?
yeah.
I've always wanted to ask. Like, you see when you do comedy, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, one, how do you write jokes, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you actually write them?
Yeah, right.
Okay. And then two, is everything just funny to you? Like, do you see a joke in everything?
That's a dope question. But
'Cause
you know
I
what?
would, like-
I'll tell you what, and everyone's different. Like, comedy is such a vast genre. There's all types, and it's also the source of it is from different. Some people it comes from a really deep, dark space, and that's their escapism. That's their therapy, right? Some people they just want to express themselves. Others they want to protest, literally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And others just want to
Dave
talk about.
Chappelle.
Yeah, they just want to protest. They want to talk, and other
dope, though. That's
people
my guy.
are just natural storytellers.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, when I started comedy, I wasn't writing. I was not writing because I was improv. It was fun. I can go on stage 10 minutes and talk about being African.
Yeah.
Then 20 minutes, then an hour. I could just literally talk. Then I remember when I started getting more and more popular, surrounding myself with stand-ups at the time. There's a lady called Angela Miles, one of the best comics we've had in this country. And she's the one that said to me, you need to start writing. Like, if you write, that means you understand. If you get booked for a 5-minute set, you have a solid 5 minutes, you have a solid 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So what would happen then over the years, I started breaking down my jokes into those. So it's like, for this set, I'm just going to talk about this particular subject now. But then in writing, what you start to understand is, even though I had bullet points with my jokes, when I started writing, like someone like Andrew will come and will teach me things like holding a joke, how to hold a joke. So in terms of if you crack a joke, allow people to laugh. Or how you can drag your words, your body language. I'm very animated, very animated. So how to take advantage of that. So like you can actually put people in that space. So answering the question in terms of do I find everything funny? No, I don't. The thing about it is that I am an opportunist. So if I think something's interesting or I've laughed at that moment in time, like I can go home, like my parents, hilarious. So I'll go home, I haven't seen my parents for maybe like a month. And they've got, it's catch up, it's catch up stories. Eddie, you missed A, B, and C. And I'm laughing. I'm like, I'm going to remember this.
Yeah.
My friends,
Yeah.
I got friends who are, listen, first of all, I got friends who are funnier than me. I could tell you that for free. Like naturally, my friends will have me in tears, but they can never step on stage.
Yeah.
That's just a gift and a skill set that you need because they'll go on stage and be like,
Damn.
nah.
Yeah.
But they make me laugh to the point where I go, I like what you just said. I'm going to turn that into something.
Okay.
But I'm like any regular guy, man. I have moments where I'm like, just leave me alone. Like I'm not interested in this. But because it's your job, it's always in the back of your mind. And over the years, you develop jokes. Over the years, I've got jokes that I still tell now that I started 10 years ago, but now it's even better because I've learned how to make it funnier, how to hold the pause and stuff, you know?
Bruv, do you not have dead moments on stage where you
What?
think, that joke was dead? Like, let me just move on. Dude. Like, you know?
That is part and parcel of being a comedian, bro.
Like, no,
Let me tell you something. Do you know what? I often,
all right, cool. So next one.
I often wonder because, of course, I have breaks in my like sort of career where I would just be like hosting shows, or you know maybe a little bit of traveling,
a little
and
bit.
presenting or whatever, and then
Go
like the
through,
stand.
5 passports.
Listen, you guys, what are you? You work for Pretty Patel?
Bro, I'm just letting you.
You got some info.
I'm
on me.
giving you your flowers, but I'm letting the people. You're
Nah, I
saying a
appreciate
little
that,
bit
bro.
like it's a
I
little
appreciate
bit, but
that, bro.
you've been out there, bro.
But
Come on, man.
so here's the thing,
Bigging
right?
you up. Yeah.
No, but let me. I also want to say something for real, and I think it's really important to make that clear. You've been bigging me up behind the scenes for a long time. Like,
you the flowers,
and
bro.
we've had those meetings behind the scenes where you've actually made certain efforts to just help me push myself. I'm not saying this just because we're on the podcast, but this is a great opportunity because you know some people will just say because it's a podcast and you'll be like, no, I'm bigging you, I'm giving you your flowers. I appreciate that that you've been doing that for a long period, a lot more than people actually think. So anyway, so back to our thing. So my thing is like, because I have those breaks,
That's sneaky.
Randy, you're
just
stupid, you
listening,
know,
bro.
bro. But because I have those breaks away from stand-up, I don't think I experience it as much as the guys who were banging stand-up like all day long for 15 years. But if you haven't experienced a dead moment or something, then you haven't experienced comedy. You haven't experienced, or it's coming. We literally call it dying on stage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Have you ever died
Yeah,
on
I
stage?
died.
Yeah.
I died. Where is the coffin? Where is the circuit? Where is that? You know what? It's happened. I've had moments where I've also had moments where I was a bit too cocky. So I remember this particular time, and this was even post 02. And you know, my name's gone around a little bit. And I've been booked for this gig, and it was more of a corporate gig. So you had a lot of business people who came for a particular function. But I had performed probably back to back for like a week, killing it. Same set, good set, killing it. This particular crowd, not having it. And it was a 15, 20-minute set. But I realized, and I learned a harsh lesson, that the audience wanted to win. But if the audience don't connect with you, you're finished, you know? It's that first 5 minutes,
it's dead.
they don't have you there, it's done.
Forget it's done.
And
you can't come back.
I was so confident, and this is why I would say nerves are really important, because I like being nervous because it shows that I've still got respect for my craft, that I'm not arrogant, think I'm going to kill it every time, and I also respect my audience. Bro, I walked on stage like, I've just done the O2, like, you know, a year ago. I've been doing back to back. I performed at this pub, performed at this venue, performed at this. I mean, so I'm... Right, everyone? Right, let's get on with it then. Yeah, my name is Eddie. Yeah. Boom, started, first joke. Silence of the lambs. Yeah, that didn't even happen. I would have liked that. The pin didn't even drop. Do you understand? Right, so then the next one, joke, nothing. Quiet. And I'm looking at people's faces now. And you know you're looking at people, they're looking at you like,
Was this the military or something, bro?
No, bro, it might as well have been. It was like, this is not going to happen for you, mate. You can see it in people's eyes. But in my head, I decided I'm going to go through this set. Halfway through, I had a little moments. But they already decided.
But also
we're not laughing.
You know, that we know that you know that we're not friends. Like,
that one's a tough
so I
one.
kept going. It was hard. I kept going till I finished. I finished the set. And the thing about when you finish that, say you will thank everyone, the loudest clap, relief from them, innit? So then I left. Bro.
Get off.
Going back home in the car, you start to think about your entire career. It's one set, you know. You just killed the last.
Yeah.
Why am I even doing this stand-up? Why did I even get into it? I mean, what? I should have just...
moments there,
bro. Like, do people even like me? Who's pushed me to do this thing? Now you start to question your life. But do you know what? It helps you understand the dynamics. That stand-up isn't just...
It's not for you. Well, it's, you got to adjust.
So people will book comedians, or even better, someone will bump into a comedian on road or in a club. So you're that comedian, innit? Right?
Make me laugh.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
or you introduce yourself to someone. Someone's like, you know what? I'm a doctor. What do you do? I'm a doctor. So what do you do? I'm a comedian. So make me laugh. I said, well, operate on me. Right now, you're a doctor. Please bring out your things that you also, because I've got a little. No, exactly. I can't just. But people don't understand that it's a craft.
Yeah.
It's not just being funny.
Yeah.
Like, you have to respect it. And I respect the people that are even at the highest level that have really killed it. Those people, like, it is a craft. Bro.
Yeah. But from the O2 though, where did you go from there?
Oh, so with O2, after the O2, life took a very interesting turn, because that's where my name was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, one of the reasons why, as a team, we decided to do it, because we wanted to make noise.
Yeah.
We were like,
And
look,
you did.
we're doing underground, and we had this. We're seeing other comedians that kind of cross over, but it's like, for you to cross over as a black comic.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a predominantly white country.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not one of those people that look at it as a victim situation. Just look at it as like the reflection of your audience is who they're gonna go for, really. Right. So as a black comedian, it almost felt like a one in, one out situation. Right? You have Richard Blackwood for a long time, Lenny Henry before that. Then there was just kind of this gap. It's like they'll flirt with comics, but you're not really seeing anyone. Gina Yashir was like, I'm going to America because I'm killing it, but nobody's really paying attention. But we have the massive underground scene.
Yeah.
Great comedians selling out 1,000 capacity, 2,000 capacity venues on a weekly basis, but they won't be recognized on the mainstream. So we were like, look, we're going to just create our own platform, right? So we decided to go that level. When we got to the stage of the O2, things blew up. Names were everywhere. You're being mentioned by all these people. So then I started getting approached by mainstream management, mainstream talent searches. And I was part of an amazing organization in Black Grape Productions, right? So, you know, all these people that were pushing me along the way. It got to a stage where there was a conversation that was on the table with then my manager that was like, okay, we can now get to a situation where we can tap into that world. We've never been there before. And there is somebody who's willing to partner with us to tap into that world. And it was like, right, great conversation. But we also had our own internal beef. We had our internal issues that were brewing up. And I'm going to keep it 100. They were brewing up because we were growing. This is someone that started from university. We were students, but then the career is coming at you really fast. And you don't even understand that internally you have your different purpose. You have your different ways of how you want to approach life. So we came to certain disagreements, and that was really the testing times. You know, and at that moment in time, I just remember thinking, actually, what I'd gone through during that point, I didn't even want management. I didn't want the mainstream guy. I didn't want my guy. I was just like, you know what, this is a bit much now. Like, I need to pause and think about my life, where I'm going. So after taking a little moment, I decided, you know what, having a conversation with my family, my dad was like, yo, listen, first of all, this comedy thing, we weren't on it. We brought it into this country not to be Ngadedia, bro. We didn't bring it here to be some just stand-up comedian. Like, they even didn't look at a comedy. They looked at it as you're being a clown. You are a clown. Like, until you, like, like what, you know, and my parents are really supportive. They never called me that, but you can tell it's like, you went to uni, options are there. Like, thank you very much, right? But once, obviously, stand-up showed, and this is another way of sometimes you have to just chase your dreams, because you don't know what you're teaching the next generation, other people. My dad realized the doors that it opened, and that stand-up or comedy wasn't just about making people laugh. It was actually, you have a voice. You put yourself in the space of a community. You're a storyteller. Do you know what I mean? So because I had all that support, that I was able to get to the next stage. So my dad said to me, after everything you've gone through, even not listening to us, the sacrifice, you're just going to chill now. And you've now broken through that barrier. Test the mainstream. See what it's like. And I did mainstream management for 2 years. Hated it.
You hated it.
Yeah. I say that wholeheartedly, just in terms of my experience. And you know what? I didn't hate the people, because I had, you know, I met some amazing people that were there, great management. They were managing people like Dermot O'Leary, Russell Brand, you know, Davina McCall, big names, right?
Big names,
and I was part of that roster.
Right.
I was part of that roster. So it was like, but I suddenly realized where I was dropped in the deep end and there's certain things I wanted to roll with. I wanted to have certain writers that I was used to, like Angela Ma, my mentor, you know, and it was almost like I felt like I was being isolated from the world that I'm used to in order to paint a picture of how they see me being.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was very, very strong and very clear about the kind of comedy I wanted to do. Even till now, my comedy is clean. It's family orientated.
Yeah.
I don't curse. I don't do profanity. That's just my vibe.
Right.
My story is also about telling like talking about my culture.
Right.
Those kind of things, right?
Was there a bit of a moment where Eddie, you know, you got that Congolese
Yeah, you got to
stuff,
expand a little bit. Yeah,
Like, tone it down.
Turn
a
it
bit.
down.
Turn it down a bit.
And then my question was, how did you discover me?
Yeah, right.
Where did you find me? When you found me, you was laughing.
Yeah.
So if you're laughing, that means your cousin up in Bath will laugh.
Right.
Your cousin up in Manchester will laugh.
Right.
But I struggled with that because it was like, and when you get to a certain level, there's certain conversations that happen that it's like for you to cross over, you have to compromise a little
I
bit.
said they wanted diluted Eddie.
You know, yeah, and I was like, and you know when people talk about, Illuminati, and I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about in terms of your personality, your dreams, your aspirations, how you want to convey your
Is
message
that a
to
thing
the
though?
world.
When you're at that high level? Is Kindoki a thing?
I've never been approached on a Kindoki vibe. I've never been approached on that.
Careful,
But
guys. Careful.
I don't know about that. But I'm also a prayerful guy. Before I leave my house, I grew up in the church, bro.
Yeah.
You know, my mother's a prayer warrior, so
Yeah.
you recognize it before it even gets to you. Maybe they even look at me and say, "Don't even start this conversation with it." But there are still maybe certain principles that are attached to how you've been brought up that you're like, if I start here, then I might as well continue. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But then it just became, and there was, I still discovered a lot of things. I got to see the country more. I was put in front of different audiences. I got to experience, working behind the scenes, even how TV production is done. Got to those levels. But there was a crossroad where it was like, all right, we're having a bit of tug of war here with your life, innit?
Yeah.
So either you kind of listen to us who are the professionals or what? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to walk.
Yeah.
And that was a tough one for me.
You dropped the bag.
Huh?
That's how we say now.
I dropped the bag. I dropped it like bang. And it was hard, bro, because already I stretched it. The decision should have been slightly earlier, but I was thinking about the bag. I'm thinking about like what will
As you
people
do.
think of me now I've
yeah.
got to this opportunity.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I just chose happiness, my guy.
It's tough.
Fair enough, bro.
Good. I mean,
I chose happiness because there's something wrong with me.
Congratulations to you,
No,
man.
but there's something wrong with me being pissed off every other day, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm in a position where a lot of people want to be in. But I'm
Yeah.
pissed off every other day, and every now and then, sometimes anger gets me to a little teardrops.
Yeah.
Frustration, talking to my dad every other day about not being happy. Then my friends coming to see me at a recording of a show and they say, Ed, that's not you. Like all those things were like, then what am I doing here? And that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. And then I think after that, it was like, I then put on this armor of nobody's ever going to tell me what to do with my life and my career again. I'm going to enjoy it, whether there's £0 in my bank account or $1 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy it, bro. Because like I said to you at the beginning, my guy, we are not the beginning of this world. We're not the end, bro. It's not that deep, bro.
But you was the beginning of comedians highlighting the O2. The
Appreciate
black
that.
comedian highlighting the O2. So you are the beginning of something. You know what I mean?
Amen to that one. I'll take that. I'll take that.
But you know what? Just before we wrap it up, why do you think? Because you go back home a lot, and you're advocating for back home a lot. Why do you think it's important for this
Millennials, Gen Z.
Z for the Americans to move back home, man? Because it's like even the ones that are born here, it's like unlike back in the day where no one wanted to be African. It's like what's that foo stuff? And why is it important that now that that they should at least even go visit or go and invest back home? Why do you think?
It's not like, I don't even think it was people didn't want to be African. We weren't allowed to be.
They
didn't allow us to be. They didn't allow us to be.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because trust me, bro, now Africa, you can enjoy the things that you enjoy here in Africa. So now we're allowed. You get me? But
why are they moving? Why is a lot of them moving back?
I don't think. I also don't think people, because a lot of people, when we talk about moving back, people assume that you have to move back. Like that's the only way to enjoy the continent or experience the continent. No, it's just about actually being able to see the continent for yourself and then decide what you want to do with your life. The problem is you're not giving yourself a chance by assuming. Do you understand? Or maybe you've gone there once and you're like, no, this is a bit long, but you've only seen a one side to it and you're like, no, I can't do this, man. Some people have gone back and they've persevered. But the reason why I think it's important is because, bro, you can only be a diluted version of yourself if you stay away from home. That's it. The source is the source, bruv. I'm always happier when I'm on the continent. There's a connection. When I go to Congo, I see people that literally look like me. They talk like me. Like, they understand me a lot quicker. And then I have that feeling when I go to Nigeria, when I go to South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, Uganda. Like, I literally, it's just like, I could walk around in my shorts, you know what I mean, and just my t-shirt, whatever. But I just connect and I learn more. And I think we tend to tell our story, pass on the stories about the continent to like our younger siblings or our children from a very diluted point of view, because it's just Chinese whispers, bro, or African whispers. You get me? Yeah. So we just keep passing it on. So I think in order for us to get to a stage where we're really proud of where we come from, we need to exercise that unity, and we need to understand that we are siblings from the same motherland. So that means the only thing to do is go back to mum's house. Think about your family, bro. You see how you're a big man right
this
now?
Guy preaching, man.
No, but bro,
yeah, I'm a big man.
You're a big man.
I'm a big man, yeah.
Big man, wife, kids.
Yeah.
But every now and then, when you go home and connect,
you was getting sure.
Yes.
I was ready for that. Yeah.
He's like, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Do you know what's hilarious about that? I know the missus at home right now is watching that.
Yeah.
So, but you can't, when you go home and connect with your siblings, that nostalgia, as we say in French, it's that feeling, bro. That nostalgia brings it back. That you just feel like you're at the source and mum is there. Do you know what I mean? And she makes that meal that you grew up with. But then imagine you've never had that feeling before. And then one day you just go home. It's like you've always heard about your siblings. You've never really been back home. You was raised somewhere else, but you come home and connect. You will straight always just be like, you look at this exactly like me. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I like that. And I get it. Do you know what I mean? And that's exactly the same feeling about going back to Africa, because you're going to go there, you're going to connect, but you're also able to understand the continent for yourself. And I want to stress that, because when I want to say
you're encouraging them to go back.
I do. I encourage everybody to go back so you can tell your own story, so we can stop complaining about the media and take control of our own stories.
You say the reality out there is different.
The reality is different, of course, bro. Listen, like right now, I've got friends,
even in music, you got a lot of African artists killing it right now. We changed those.
And they live in Africa.
We changed the culture. Like you see Burna, Wiz,
exactly, and
carrying the scene right now.
Bro, it's very very important for us to understand and take advantage of, or take advantage of the knowledge that's out there. Like Google is your friend. Like if you understand how Kwame Nkrumah connected with Patrice Lumumba. They were friends. They shared ideas, and then they brought them ideas back home. If you understand stuff about Thomas Sankara, those kind of people, like just because they were brave enough to think beyond what the Western world was telling them. If you now apply it to our lives now, like they did the hard part. We've got the information, now we've got the blueprint. Then it'll be easier. But here's the thing, though, bro. Like I'm nearly 40, my guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You don't look it.
Tell.
Yeah.
No,
there's no way.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't
No
look
way.
it.
You don't look a day
You don't
older
look
than
at at
21.
all.
You look about 26
Wow.
now.
I know.
You don't look.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing out my skincare.
With
routine.
like Pharrell. Drop it there. Now Pharrell's starting to look his age a little bit.
He's cracking it.
He's starting to crack.
I saw a picture. I think I swear it was Pharrell next to David Beckham or something.
He's starting to look his age.
I said,
but he's 50 something though.
bro,
Like,
no,
he's
Pharrell.
done well.
Pharrell looks good.
He's done well. So
Why you know black don't crack, bro? You know
just
that.
drop
Man.
the routine, bro.
Yeah.
Like this guy's hair's always fresh. I'm struggling with this bold thing.
Nah, bro, I've been bald for a long time. I'm a
be a low
veteran.
maintenance thing, but fam, it's long, bro. The regrowth is mad.
No, bro.
So
I'm a
you gotta keep
veteran.
the
You
hat.
have to accept it. You haven't accepted it wholeheartedly.
I have accepted it.
Nah.
What
If
do you
you
mean?
have accepted it, then you know
I would
every
do-
2 days, Kwanzaa.
Nah, that's
See
long,
that word?
man. That's long.
Balola.
That's long.
need to use-
I leave it
'cause,
like
bro,
that because sometimes I feel like I look the same all the time. So I leave the roughness.
If I use the word in English and say shaver, you're not gonna get it. But use a
Kwanzaa.
balola.
That's the
Balola. It's like this is
gonna palola the
this
thing.
this has been paloled, bro.
Nah, bro, it's just hard to maintain, man.
No,
like
you-
every 2 days you're there, bro.
Bro, why is it hard-
Sometimes I just leave it, man.
Can I just? This I know you're chatting nonsense.
What?
You know why?
What?
Bruv, if your hair hasn't grown by that much, you know it takes you like 5 minutes to just take off.
Yeah, but I leave it. Or I do it every 2 weeks.
Why?
Because I feel like I look the same all the time without the thing.
Oh,
bro.
so you do want you? What did I just say at the beginning?
I've accepted
Wholeheartedly.
it. No, I've accepted
No,
it
you
wholeheartedly,
haven't,
but
bro.
I just
No.
We're going back and forth
you know
now,
that,
bro.
You know that feeling of a fresh cut, like
Nah, bro, you ain't got that feeling no more,
what do you
bro.
mean, bro? I want
That's the thing. Get rid of the feeling.
Back here.
Nah, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm going Turkey still.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That you ain't got accept that you're not going to have
I've
that feeling of a fresh cut
but
anymore.
it's just
But
I
here's the thing.
like to look different.
If God has
sometimes,
blessed
know
you
what
with a head shape,
Yeah.
that's sufficient for a bold head.
Oh, do you think so?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you. Because you haven't accepted it wholeheartedly. We can't have that conversation. Me and you need to have a private therapy session. But what I'm saying
I've
is, once you
accepted it,
accept that with your chest, and like, this is me, bro. You understand that you're part of the greats, the Michael Jordans of this world. Because some people can't go
think
bold.
early.
Listen to me. Some people can't do the bold thing, you know. I'm telling you, they got apartments in there. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, they got apartments and departments. You understand what I'm saying? So you might have to might have to go to Turkey. But me, I realize
Nah, I'm
that God has
staying, I'm
kept me
chilling.
intact. So I maintain it, bro.
I'm sure. I'll show them. Hey, J Mac, zoom in on me. I'll show the people the regrowth, bro. It's calm. I'm calm, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah.
I'm calm.
Randy.
I'm calm. I just don't.
I'm not even gonna say right. I'm not gonna. No. As I talk about it, I wanted to zoom in. Can you zoom in? What it is here? You know when you look at the atlas. You know when you look at the atlas, and then you got Africa there. Then you got the sea.
Nah, bro, I'm calm.
That's the sea, yeah.
I am calm.
And you see this is Africa. Then there's a little sea there, and then there's Madagascar. That little islands, bro. Let it go, bro.
My thing as an experience. I've let it go, bro.
Bro,
I've let it go. So this is me now doing the regrowth.
you called it
thing.
regrowth.
I'm doing the. So when I shave my hair next week, I'm gonna feel fresh.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You got a good
feel
head shape,
fresh,
bro.
man.
You got a good head
thank
shape, man.
you.
Then let it go, bro.
Thank you,
So anyway,
guys.
so I never like to forget my point where we got it in the first
Man's
place.
got me in
So what I'm saying
4,000.
is, like we're getting to a stage of our lives where, like, we've only got so much in it, like time to tell our stories. So we have to invest in the next generation. Like, we can't be selfish, bro. Everybody in our community just wants to be the person that finishes the house, bro. Sometimes you gotta accept to be a bricklayer. Just be a bricklayer. It's all right.
It's true.
No, but bro, it's all right.
So everyone can't be.
You
the
can't
boss.
be the-
Everyone
yeah.
can't be in the front line.
Big
so
man,
it's-
not everyone
That's
can be an
true.
architect. Not
That's
everyone can collect the key. You know what I mean, to go into
Where's
the
this
house.
man
Some
from?
people just have to be a bricklayer. No,
It's true.
bro, listen, trust me. I say this and I'm speaking to myself because I've learned along the way. I've been the guy that wants to see Africa change the way I want it to, and I'm pushing it. I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind.
Is
I've
it
had to take
changing?
seat
Is it
back.
changing?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Bro, the internet alone has shown you that Africa's changing. Yeah, the internet showed you that we're exchanging, like we are aware of our contribution to the world. We are aware of our history. We are aware of our similarities. We can actually call ourselves siblings with full confidence. Whether you're from Brazil, whether you're African American, whether you're in Australia as an Aborigine, we're all siblings from the same mother. I keep saying that because we have access to understand that. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So, but in order for that to continue, bruv, we just have to lay the brick and allow the next generation to lay the next brick. And also be confident that they might not be the ones that finish the house. Because let me tell you something. Listen, there's a guy that I admire wholeheartedly. His name is Akala. Yeah? Dr.
He's
Akala.
a legend. He's a doctor.
Some
now.
people don't rate him.
Absolute
you know. Some
And
people are like,
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you.
Why?
Everyone's...
Because he uses words that we have to use
Nah,
the
it's not even
dictionary
that. He's
for.
a. I
why
respect him.
why have you heard that people don't rate him?
I don't know. There was a time where like I don't know. Do you know how Twitter is?
Yeah,
innit?
of course. Yeah, they're
those-
just opinions.
I think
Do you know
it's
what
like
it is?
in the summer or
If you got the
something.
thesaurus next to you and you still can't find that word, you're going to be pissed off. Yeah.
Now it was something to do with like the vaccine. With,
Oh,
like,
how
the,
he was talking.
things
But
like,
you know, my thing is,
yeah.
I just feel like opinions, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like once again, advice is based on what? People's limitations.
limitation, for
That's
real.
not to say I'm smarter than you or I know better than you. That's just your experience. Your limitations are based on your experience, bro. You can only go so far. The reason why I admire Carla is because he's been able to teach me things that I never thought I actually had. It's almost like when you talk about one of the most special thing about being an African. I did a TEDx talk, and the title was.
Oh, you did a TEDx.
You did
Yeah,
a
it's
TED?
on YouTube, so you can go and check that. But the
Who's
title,
this man?
The title of my talk was
Yeah.
basically understanding what you got in your back pocket.
Yeah.
So I said the average African or young African is like a man that's running around the world looking for gold, but all this
Yeah, I
time
watched
the
that one.
gold is in your
it's
back
in
pocket.
pocket, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're just like, you don't even value yourself, bruv. The first thing you're supposed to check yourself, your surrounding, the people around you, instead of trying to look at the world. So my point is, Akala said this to me. He said, bro, do you know certain cultures actually have what they call a business plan? Yeah, or like a plan for their family, or some sort of like just basically a plan going forward, and that plan could be like in 200 years' time, where do we see our family being, right? And as a collective, they've even written books based on that. As a culture, And
Yeah, we
they
don't have
pass it
nothing.
on to their kids.
Yeah, we don't
What
have
is our family motto?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? Like, they pass it on to the kids. And if we as a people had that, I'm not even saying to you I've even implemented it now in my life, because this is a generational thing. We've got to also give, like kind of allow ourselves to learn and understand and not blame each other so much and not display these arguments in public. Like we're constantly,
that's a key one for me, yeah.
We're
That's a
constantly
key one for me,
cussing
man.
each other, belittling each other, but
That's
we don't
a key one
understand
for
that
me.
we have an audience too as a culture. One culture is an audience of your culture. So when we're cussing each other and then we use the same platform to now go, we need our rights, they're looking at us thinking,
up.
after
Shut
last
up,
week, you don't even rate him and now you want me to rate him. So he said that to me and it was like, yeah. And that's the word I was looking for. Missions.
You started doing something like that on your Insta, innit? You
100%.
started recapping on the
100%.
stories
Oh, bro, but that's-
and how we move on.
And that's one of the reasons why I came off Insta.
Are
But
you off Instagram?
I came off on, I've been on for like a month now. But the reason why is because when I was doing those conversations, it was me actually just thinking out loud saying, oh my God, I've deeped it. We don't really care like that.
Yeah.
Not all of us, but if you mess up, I've messed up. So we got to generalize that. That's just how we look as a culture, yeah? We just move on. Like, there's a lot of fake outbursts. Could we just move on?
Yeah.
Like this week, we really care about this person that got stabbed by the police.
Yeah, yeah.
But then now we're talking about Soweto and Quavo and really are in it like that. And the next minute we're talking about notes and, a 20-year-old boy who's a new father and really finishing him as well. So like, what do we want out of life? After a while, I just thought, let me chill. But going back to what I was saying, mission statement is the two words I was looking for, what Carla said to me. Is that if we have that, we will have something to pass on to our children for them to be like, this is how we're supposed to conduct ourselves as a people. But like I said, it's not for everyone tomorrow to turn around and become that, because we are suffering from a lot of trauma as black people that we need to sort out. But we have to have these conversations so our children can be an advanced version of us. That's all, bro.
No, I think that, you know what you said is key, man. What we're passing on. I feel like the only thing we're passing on is enjoyment. That's the one thing we're definitely passing on.
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment, that's the
And
one
we should, because the world does need enjoyment, but let's season up the enjoyment a little bit and let's surround it with some nice packaging.
For me, it's just like you said, man, that we always tend to vibrate more towards that, like the negative and things that tend to break people down a lot more. Like even like you said, notes, I've been watching online a lot, like the treatment he's getting.
Yes, sir.
It's like they're really trying to make an example out of him, like with this cancel culture. They're trying to really just like, you don't know the ins and outs of someone's relationships, and you just seeing snippets here and there, but you're really just trying to cancel someone.
And that's what
you've
we've
seen
created.
online.
We've created
Crazy,
it. That's
man.
become our mission statement. Because remember, we're talking about Gen Z, but millennials, and then prior to that, before we even got to social media, you know what was going on. Gossip. Kotonga.
Kotonga,
Like
man.
that's the thing in every community. So we know that these are the things that's always been the case. Hey, how you doing, my daughter? She walks up. This one. Hey, many boyfriend. She'll never marry. Like boom, and then it passes on to someone else. So my thing is, that has got to be a thing where we have to police ourselves as a community, because you know what we're doing during all this cancel culture and all these things that we're talking about. We're being watched by the same people that we are trying to police. We're telling all these people, you guys need to treat us better. Black Lives Matters.
Does it though?
Yeah, like we say all these things and I truly believe it. You truly believe it. But are we actually putting that into action? And I think you don't have to be this guy that converts tomorrow and becomes this, Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. You know what I mean? Like, but just show an example of, you know what, I get it. I need to think about what my child will go through when I'm no longer here. Yeah. And then just like, that needs to be, we just need more love, man.
I'm kind of glad you brought up that Black Lives Matter thing. People think some people think it's different, innit? When like you said about what's this with the audience thing you're talking about? Saying
so what when other cultures are looking at us?
Yeah, exactly that. Like we're being kind of like fighting ourselves, but then we're gonna use that same platform to go shout out Black Lives Matter stuff. But some people argue that that's a different case. The Black Lives Matter movement is about the system and stuff like that. So us fighting each other is kind of different.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. I'll tell you why I agree. Okay. Because regardless of whether we're trying to fix ourselves, we should still be letting people know, don't take me for a... Do you understand? Do not take me for that. But as we're doing that, we need to be aware of the fact that we still have to fix ourselves, bro. Okay. It's extremely important, bro. Like, listen, if I'm fighting my sibling and I'm like, listen, you're really annoying me, like you're moving mad, we've had a big argument, I'm not going to let the next door neighbor come and try with my sibling. I can do both. I mean, I can do both, but the fact of the matter is I still have to show my siblings, you need to get better, but you can't come and treat the person like that. But we need to show the example. It just makes it, because let's just say, for argument's sake, racism stops today. And I personally believe racism isn't going to stop, because I don't think racism is just about, oh, I hate you because you're black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I also think people put their cultures ahead of other cultures. But that's a whole different story.
So
But also,
conversation.
some people are just happy to be behind the keyboard to send you a racist comment just for the fun of it, right? So that, and then footballers are getting that and it becomes a thing. But my point is, let's just say stopped for argument's sake. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Oh.
Are we ready?
Ready, yeah. Ready. Ready?
Real talk. Like, are we ready though? Like,
You're ready. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think people
are we,
are
we, like, if it stops now,
We didn't think that far.
I think what you just did went over everyone's head, and
Yeah,
it was going over everyone's head. It's like, are you ready? Everyone was like,
You want to play it back?
everyone was like, what? Hey, what?
What do you mean already?
We ready? You know what? You
bro,
ready about?
that's why I love Lingala. There's another word in Lingala, Kidiba.
But that's the thing. That's exactly what will happen, though. It will end, and then no, we're not ready. We don't have a plan, and then it'll be like, but you see, but
Racism's over.
Listen,
Yeah.
bro.
But yeah,
My bro,
it's
listen,
like the But no, racism is just a crazy, because you know what? It's like the Super League thing. They put so much energy into that, bro.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, wait, when these black players were getting racially abused,
I think someone raised that. Patrick Bamford raised that.
Yeah, but
saying-
which is great. But
Bamford
people once again don't think about the angle of like classism, economy. Those things add to, look, if I hate you as a black man and I'm poor, there is nothing really man can really do to your life like that.
I hear that.
I've got no power. Like I can't move and shake. I can't make new legislation. I can't pay for the next politician. You know what I mean? I can't move mountains.
Yeah.
I can just hate you, bro. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
I hate you. What are you gonna do?
But if you, the person I hate, you've got a bag of money.
Yeah.
My hate starts to get a little bit momentary. Like it's almost like, I hate you, but I need your job, you know? I hate you, but I can't really talk to you that way. I hate you, but you're too far for me to even have that conversation. I hate you. Now there's too many of you that have got money. The thing is, classism plays a big part. Sometimes when we look at like when we talk about racism, we're not also thinking about economical power where we are. Like we can have a whole hour podcast just talking about, okay, what's happening in Africa. Yeah, it's a knock-on effect of the trauma that we suffer as black people because of, they talk about slavery, but once again, I'm one of those people that's like, our culture didn't start, our story didn't start slavery. It was a massive crash that was a massive impact. Right. But sometimes we also should go back and think about what happened before that and where did it go a little bit wrong. And you start talking about tribalism. Why do we have an issue with tribalism? How does that affect us now? So there's so many things that's happened at the same time. So when, of course, you appreciate a man like Bamford saying what he's saying, we need that to happen. You need people to come. Rio Ferdinand was annoyed about that. We still need people to say, listen, especially on a local level, don't try it. You're not better than me. But then let's also now go behind the scenes and fix ourselves so we're actually showing that we are also, and that's going to take, it's going to take a process. That's why it comes back to what? Our children again, bro.
I'm sounding like the real Dr. Uma there.
Bro, I love that. Bro, we've got to learn, but I love that. I love that. and you know what, talking about big, as you said, that big shout out to Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah,
bruv,
big
that
moment
is
for the
crazy.
black community,
That is-
man.
That is something that we're taking. Like, I felt like I won.
Yeah, no, we all won. He won it for us, bro. He won it for us.
That's crazy.
It's a boy from Uganda. And if you watch Daniel, Uganda. I'm sure there's some people that actually say Uganda.
Nah, that's
because
impossible.
they do in French.
Uganda. No, but Uganda. Yeah, but that's French. But
no,
in
but it's all right.
English,
He probably saw OU.
Yeah.
It's like, Uganda. We don't know.
That's a big moment, though, man.
But
Big moment.
if
Those
you watch
boys
all
are
of
making
Daniel's,
noise. They're making noise.
100%. But if you watch all of Daniel's films films are there to teach you. He's only doing films that is to do with culture, bro.
Yeah.
It's not by coincidence if you really watch it. So when if you watch his interview with, at the Breakfast Club and they asked him about, the division between African Americans and British actors, black British actors, and the whole taking the jobs. And they said, when they say this to you and they complain about you lot coming and taking the job, what do you say? His answer was beautiful. He said, I listen to them.
All right.
He said, I listen to them, I hear them, and I explain myself. But the thing is, it's that vibe. It's just about understanding, bro, that we've got to learn from each other, bro. You're saying Dr. Oman, I love Dr. Oman Johnson. But I also listened to you. I also listened to you online. I heard some things that you said, and I thought, Andy.
But
Man,
you know
need
what?
to
I
Googling.
just said, you're, just to wrap it up, you're reaching a milestone soon, as you mentioned, even
Yes,
though
my
you
brother.
don't look it. What are the plans moving forward then for Eddie?
Marriage, more children.
Right, oh, wow.
Pray for me, bro.
I will be praying for you.
Yeah.
Marriage
Pray
is
for
a
me so I
beautiful
get
thing.
there. Is it
Fatherhood-
beautiful?
Marriage is beautiful. bro.
Fatherhood is amazing. I
Fatherhood
can
is,
say
is
that.
the best thing. I say I wish for every single guy out there to experience fatherhood, bro.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's something I can't describe. Especially just obviously, I don't know. I got a boy and a girl, and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
the dynamics are different. But bro, I just can't explain it. Just coming home from work. And then you're opening your door and you're just hearing them, Daddy,
Bro,
like it just, bro.
When my daughter sees me, she just says,
Yeah.
Daddy! Bro,
That
I
right
don't
there
care
is just-
what anyone says
Yeah.
to me. I'm her father.
Yeah.
You understand?
And you said,
like,
you
I'm
said,
verified. You can
Yeah.
take all the blue ticks
Yeah.
off. That's my blue tick.
so you're
bro.
saying that's the plan moving forward.
Yeah,
Marriage,
man.
more
Yeah,
children,
I
marriage,
think it's a beautiful
You
thing. That's
ready?
something I want to experience. Are we ever ready?
Yeah.
Was I ready to be a dad? Like you, I mean,
No, but I feel like marriage is one of them things that you got to be ready for. Unfortunately,
I feel like
I feel like
I don't
you
know
can't-
if it says you've got to be ready. For
not
it.
ready,
I've
but
always
I think
wanted- I've
mentally
always
you
wanted it.
got to switch on that. You got to.
Yeah, it's a
I
different.
want to be
got
married.
point.
You
I've
want
been
to
wanting
be
to be married for a while, but is it ready for me?
That's a marriage ready for you.
On that note, but we're gonna see more hosting,
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah, man. More hosting,
Back
more
on-
acting, more
yeah.
stand up.
You're-
More Congo,
you're in
more
Portugal
Africa
again this year.
Yeah, hopefully, man. We're waiting for
Yeah.
Noko Boris to
Yeah.
Uncle Boris to obviously give us the
it's
go ahead.
crazy.
But hopefully it happens. Big shout out to the Afro Nation team, man.
man, all the best, man, with the marriage thing, man. So looking forward.
I
to
like the fact that he just bought it straight after I gave him that.
Yeah,
You made him own it. You lot made him own
No,
it.
forget that. It's not that. It's not that.
Nah, I own it. I do.
You don't even understand your brother. Do you know what it is?
Own it. I do own it.
He knows that's an MC gig for him.
Yeah, I
bro.
do own
He
it.
wants that.
Listen,
You're not
I wanna
going
be
to
there. But
MC.
on that though, man, do you know what? If you see me on stage today doing what I'm doing, part of that reason, I was doing it. I remember all the gigs I was doing before. Like I said, just you're funny, bro. I was just doing it for like friends as favors. Eddie was actually the first guy that said to me, bro, you can actually get paid to do this. I didn't think you could actually get paid to be an MC. I tell people this and they think it's
Yeah,
a joke.
man.
And I remember asking him. I remember being nervous asking him. Like,
I remember that
didn't know,
combo.
I
I
remember asking him like, yo, this is like 2015, 16.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, so I got this gig, right? So
How do I get paid?
How much you think I should charge for this? He's like, yeah, because you're starting out. Like you ask for this much. I was like, that much? Man, you want me to get this gig or not? And then, bro, as time went on, bro, like, you know what I mean?
man.
Like, it's like, so I always say, had it not been for him, probably wouldn't be like, obviously, as well as people around me, but he kind of showed me that, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, and me listening to him talking about those moments, yeah, where he's died on stage and he's, bro, I had moments where when I first started, I thought, yeah, man's funny.
Yeah.
There's one wedding I went to, bro.
What happened?
It was that day that I knew that this trying to tell stories as jokes thing. Leave it alone, bruv. It was just me and the mic, and
Bro, listen.
it was like the people couldn't wait for me. They couldn't wait to eat, innit? So it's like every time they saw me, they were just like,
You done?
bruv, what are you
Bro.
doing, bruv? And from that day, I knew the stand-up thing is
It's-
not for
yeah,
me. I'm
stand-up is not
I might
like
be
that, man.
funny,
Yeah.
but it's probably to do with I found my angle in it. I was like, it might be to do with my energy and this and that. But the tell a story thing, bro, I had to leave
Yeah, but
that
it's
one
something
alone.
if you want, you can still push and work
Nah,
on.
bro,
But don't
it's
underestimate.
not.
People
I had to-
always
I had to-
underestimate stand
Even
up.
like I remember having my first, because I was so used to the Congolese community. I had like a whole Ghanaian gig, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I was so nervous, bruv. I was so nervous. I just remember, like, I was just standing there. I remember inside of me, I looked so confident, but inside of me, bruv, the amount of things that is going through
Dying.
my stomach. Like,
Dying.
I was thinking,
How did it
so I was
go?
like, how do you tell a joke in English? Right. It went well, innit? It went well. Like,
But
I think from that point, I just knew. Listen, if people are booking you,
They already like
believing
you.
innit?
They
They already like
like
you.
you.
That's
Yeah,
already
that's
step
That's what
one.
you got-
All you
exactly.
got to do is just go there and do
Don't
your
mess
thing.
it
So
up.
yeah, man, I
Yeah.
big up Ed
Nah, I
showed me
I
that, yeah, you
appreciate
can get
that, bro.
paid for that. I was like, huh. And then when them, yeah.
I was advised like you, bro. I've got people
Yeah.
that that advised me, that carried my hands. You know, the Richard Blackwoods of this world, like I said, the
real, shout
Angela
out
Mars.
Richard, man.
So
Richard
my
did
thing
his
is, we have to just share information, bro.
Yeah,
Especially
that's-
as Congolese
a lot of Congolese
people.
people don't share information.
No,
though.
but you know what? I don't.
They don't
That's the
share
problem.
information,
That's the
bro.
problem.
Yeah, but Ghanaians will say that about each other. Nigerians will say that about each other. That's we generalize. Let's just think about it this way, bro.
Yeah.
Start with yourself.
Yeah. You share information.
Big man, I said it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying it, brother. You might get annoyed. I'm going to say it for the fourth time because it proves my point, bro. It is not that deep. There were people before us. There are people after us. Focus on you. Do the things that you want other people to do.
Yes.
Then you don't have to complain. Trust me, bro. Because then what happens is your energy. I've got friends around me and I've got people around me that who are there for me based on sharing the same energy.
Yeah.
Those that I wasn't really feeling like that, just slowly walk away.
Just walk away.
Create your world, bruv. And then that world will always expand because you're going to keep attracting the same kind of people.
real.
So start with the spirit of sharing. Start with the idea that I want Congolese people to be great. And even when they do let you down, keep coming back because you have to keep facing. My purpose is to help my people.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
if you, if me and you don't get along, I'm not going to stop doing something with you, my bro.
For real.
Because that's just about the people.
real.
You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying?
For
So
real.
let's stop that. Congolese people don't help you. Congolese people are this. Congolese people are songy. It's not everybody are that.
Do you? Yeah.
Do
Do you and
what
be
you
an
gotta
example
do.
of what Congolese people are because you might be the only Congolese your friends know.
Damn.
What about them?
That's true.
Be the Bible that you want people to read, man. Damn, I like that. I like that. On that note, say, listen, I'd like to thank Unique. I'd like to thank GK. I'd like to thank our very special guest for making time. You know, Mr. Eddie Kadi.
My
We
pleasure,
appreciate it.
bro.
Drop
It's been
some gems.
amazing.
I think this one's going to be a special one. So make sure you subscribe, share, comment, and hit us up on the Instagram, man. And also follow Eddie. You know, I was sound like what is it? Clubhouse. Follow the moderators. Follow all the moderators.
You're not finding me there.
Nah, yeah.
I've heard about Clubhouse.
Nah, follow, listen, follow us. Share, like. We're back again very soon. So, Eddie, man, thank you very much for blessing us.
Thank you, my bro. It's been a
thank you
pleasure,
to
man.
our
Well done to you
production
guys, man.
We appreciate it. We want to say thank you to our production team, J, Mike, Kevin above. You appreciate it, man. Crazy setup again.
I love the studio, bro. I love the
Crazy,
setting,
man.
bro. It's
Crazy
nice.
setup, innit?
And the sound.
Bruv, the sound is a
The sound,
madness.
as we say, elengs, elengi.
It's
Wonderful.
crazy.
It's really nice.
Before we sign out though, I'm gonna roll back the years. Eddie, are you ready? Back in attendant.
Quick one.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah? I am never ashamed. You know what?
Quick one.
I'm never
We're about
ashamed
to
of
wrap
that.
up.
Can't
We're
you
about
see
to-
this side? He's a double yellow light. I'm sorry, sir, but you cannot park your car.
Can you not?
Try to understand. I'm just an African.
Oh.
So who do you think you are?
Just
move your car.
I said just
Who
move.
do you think you are? Just move
Your car.
That's what made me, bro. That's what made me, bro. That's what made me. That's my baby, man. I'll never be
Shout out
ashamed of
everyone,
it.
man. Shout out. Peace. man.
Love. Out.
See you.
Out. Love.
Done. Alright, cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
Toko. My guy. Is that getting lengy, yeah?